Look at this. So this hourly bar actually creates a false breakout which sets out the bullish tone to trade the pullback like the textbook, which I will elaborate a bit more in the trade review section. However, this last hour bar at 3 a.m. in my time zone here actually negates the bullish tone and just change everything. So do stay up till the end of the video where you will find out the current market condition, so stay tuned. Hi, my name is Ming Jong and welcome to another episode of the daily market analysis for the S&P 500 E-mini futures for the session of 30th of October. In this video, I'm going to share with you the market recap from the yesterday's session and also a trade review in the 3 minutes time frame. So in this case is the pullback trading as per the textbook. So inside I will just cover the entry, the exit, and also the rationale behind. And also going forward, I will be sharing my trading plan for the session later together with the current market outlook and also the levels that I am watching. Alright, so let me just get started. So let me get back to the daily time frame and let's start from the daily analysis. So as you can see in this daily chart, we are very close to the immediate support level at 3200 level. So yesterday we have an attempt to rally up, and you can see that it just kind of touched this the Dow channel, and right after that there is a rejection, and also the supply is relatively high as well, although it's lesser than the previous day. And currently there is a weakness show up in the S&P 500. That's why we see that it's currently testing this supporting area at 3200 to 3230. Anyway, I will be elaborating a bit more in the later part of the video, so let me just get down to the hourly time frame and let's talk more on what's happening for yesterday's session. So you can see that in this hourly chart, so yesterday's session actually was very interesting. So if you recall in my video yesterday, I talked about potential long scenario if there is some kind of a rebound from the swing low. So indeed, the first hour bar here at about 9 p.m. at my time zone actually created a false breakout or spring setup, and right after this it actually just provide a very textbook style pullback trading opportunity to ride the trend up, and eventually you can see that there is a continuation to the upside, because if this is a successful spring, likely it will just take out this previous swing high. So indeed, it just attempt to take out this previous swing high, but look at what happened at the last hour bar at about 3 a.m. at my time zone. So that's kind of a upthrust. It's a failure. So definitely the spring really just turns out to become a failure here. So this failure actually just hinted that the market is in a very vulnerable position and is definitely going to go down to find the support. Alright, so let me just go to the 3 minutes time frame and let me walk you through the textbook style pullback trading. So you can see that in this 3 minutes chart, I have already marked up my entry here. So let me give you a bit of the context before I dive straight in. So just prior to the US session, so that's about 9:30 p.m. in my time zone, that's where the US opening, and we can see that this is the Pullbacks period. So before that we have seen this kind of rally and just touch this resistance zone, because 3300 level to around 3320 just become the resistance zone, because it just broken already. So subsequently you can see that it's kind of rejection, and then we have a reaction down, and eventually have another downswing here to test the low. And during the US opening session, let me just zoom in here. So you can see that this 3260 is actually the swing low support. So that's the support. So during the US session, it's actually kind of create a false type of the breakout. So for the first 3 or 4 bars, reaction down, take out the previous low here or this level at around 3260, and then immediately followed by a rally up. So this breakdown or false breakdown, it actually comes with an increasing of the supply. So at this moment, although I would love to trade this kind of the false breakout, and I'm very tempted to jump in right at this reversal bar, but because of the increasing of the supply, I just would like to wait for a test. However, you can see that the test actually just happened at the higher low level here. So it doesn't really get down and test again somewhere near to the swing low at 3252. Instead, it just have this kind of the impulsive up move, creating a sign of strength rally. So if you just take a look at this localized structure, so it's kind of have a very short trading range, and then followed by this sign of strength rally. So this kind of breakout followed by a pullback, and here comes a reversal. So this is how I actually enter my trade, because my theory is just based on a false type of the breakout of this level 3260. However, it doesn't really come with a test very close to the level, so instead it just have this sign of strength rally followed by a pullback, which tested this one as previously as a resistance, now turned as a support level. So isn't it a textbook style? So we have a breakout, pullback, tested this resistance turn support, and then eventually have this reversal bar. So this is where I actually enter my long position. So with a stop just slightly below the swing low here, and eventually I just aim to probably exit somewhere around 3300, because definitely you can see that it just acted as a resistance level. So it has been rejected quite a few times. So right after it touches, there is a clue for me to exit right away. So let me just show you. So after I enter the long position here, and I just waited for my target, so that's very close to this level, about 3300. In fact, if you want to be precise, it's 3296. So just pay attention these two bullish bar, and also look at this two volume. So that's the effort versus results. So with this kind of the strong bullish bar, and that's the volume that we have, and subsequently we have even increasing of the volume. So with the increasing of the volume, increasing of the demand, but what we have is actually a slightly smaller spread bullish bar and with a rejection tail. So definitely this kind of the volume containing increasing of the supply. So with the increasing of the supply, I just suspect that there will be a reaction down, so which comes later. So right after the close of this bar, I just exit my trade. So this is kind of an early exit because I did not wait for the confirmation, but I just want to close the trade as soon as possible and to lock in my profit. So you can see that subsequently this reaction wasn't that bearish at all. In fact, it just kind of acted as a normal pullback, and subsequently followed by another attempt to break out, but we have another reaction down. So that is the only trade that I had for yesterday's session. But if you stay up for the whole session, I think this is another textbook style Wyckoff structure. So this is the kind of the uptrend rally followed by a automatic reaction, secondary test, phase A, test in B, test in B. So that's the phase C, last point of the support, and subsequently that could be a good nice long entry, or you can wait until the breakout, pullback as a very shallow type of a consolidation, and then continuation to the upside. So definitely quite a few entry right here, and that's based on the Wyckoff structure. Alright, so I think that's the trade review. Let me get down to the hourly time frame and let's talk more on the current market condition. So as I just pointed out earlier, so yesterday we have seen this first hour bar created a spring type of action, which is a false breakout. So in order for this type of the spring to be successful, I would like to see it actually just commit above the swing high to just take out of this previous swing high, and it did, but it doesn't really commit above. It just take out a swing high here, committed temporarily for 1 bar and with the rejection tail, and subsequently at 3 a.m. at my time zone, so that's the 3 a.m. bar, and it actually just fell. So fell right back and right below this resistance zone here, 33.20. So that already provided a clue to us that the market is very weak, and this type of the spring actually failed. So I think a failure can be a very good entry. So right after that we have seen the failure, and then followed by the Asian session, which is a very weak rally or very weak type of the consolidation, because this is the reaction down and we just do not have any kind of the rally to even attempt to maybe halfway of this bearish candle. So you can see that all this bullish candle is very small, and eventually it's kind of forming an apex formation and just have this sort of a capitulation breakdown bar at about probably I think about 1 p.m. in my time zone. Yeah, that's 1 p.m. So I think the market is going to test the support zone at 3200 level. So right now it's kind of already touching 3230, and subsequently we are having a comeback, a pullback right now. So if I just go to the 4-hourly time frame, you probably can see the supporting zone. Let me just zoom out a bit. So that's it. So that's the level at around 3230 created by the buying climax. Subsequently you can see there are some interaction within the 3230. So I would say that from 3200 to 3230 might provide some kind of the support. And if you look at the previous swing low in the September, actually just touched the 3200 level and bounced back. So definitely this is a very important level to watch, because this is the chance for the market to rebound and to have some kind of the relief rally. And if we just take a look at this down channel, it just broke down from this down channel, acceleration to the downside, kind of with the climatic action. So with this kind of the climatic movement, automatic rally. So this is could be the secondary test as a sign of weakness. So testing the support zone right now. So in the later session when the US market opens, I think it will be very interesting to see whether there's some kind of the reversal or rebound at this 3200 to 3230 supporting area. Okay, so let me just go back to the hourly time frame and let's talk about the trading plan for the session later and some of the key levels that I am watching. So for the immediate support level, as I mentioned, definitely 3230 is one of the level, and you can see that right after it touches 3230 is just currently have some kind of the rebound. So 3230 is still a good support level, But if the market is getting very weak, like if you just couldn't commit and tested this previously as a support, now turn resistance, so support breakdown and now become resistance, so that will be the 3260 as the immediate resistance level. And if you can just reject and reverse from here, then that could become a nice short entry to at least test the 3230 again. And if not, most likely I think it will just go down a bit more to test the 3200 level, which is the previous swing low created at somewhere around in September. So you can see that there's the swing low level at 3200. So we'll just need to see how it actually react at these key levels and plan around the trade from there. So possible short entry if there's rejection. Otherwise, 3230 could watch out for potential reversal as well to the upside. This is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you love to learn more on how to increase your winning rate, definitely check out the video that show on the screen right now, and do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get instant notification of my future video ideas. Alright, thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.